This is Tim Gallagher of the Sioux City Journal, and I am with Vietnam veteran Kathleen Osterman of Sibley. We're at the Lifelong Learning Center on the campus of NCC in Sheldon. Well, and where are we?
Yeah.
This is your studio?
No,
I guess not your studio, but...
This is the multi-purpose room,
okay.
So lots of things are done in here.
And what do you do in here?
I teach yoga in here.
Okay. And have for how long? Several years?
Several years, yes.
Okay. You are a veteran of Vietnam.
Correct.
1970 to 1971, September both,
Correct.
Right? You were a nurse. Can you describe to me what your work was like in Vietnam, and where did you work?
Okay, I worked at the 95th Evac in Da Nang, Vietnam, and I was an operating room nurse for the military.
How did it come about that you got into the Army?
Kind of an interesting story. My family had a little financial problem, and I needed to finish my nursing career, and the recruiters from the different arms of the military come to the nursing school. I went to St. Joe's in Sioux City, and recruit nurses, and if you sign on, then they pay your senior year in nursing school, so that was helpful to me. And I had a roommate that was thinking that she might want to go to the military too, so we teamed up and signed up, and she stayed home and got married, and I went to the military.
So you land in Da Nang.
Yeah, Da Nang.
Da Nang, and you're there for a year.
Correct.
What's the experience like?
I would have to say I was able to use the nursing skills that I had learned at St. Joe's Mercy School of Nursing, and I was able to help the soldiers that needed my help.
You're in the OR 7 days a week?
Sometimes. Early on, sometimes.
And is there shelling that's nearby? Are there...
We did have a bunker, and we did have to go to the bunker sometimes because there was shelling near us.
But you enjoyed the experience?
I actually never was afraid while I was over there, and I actually learned a lot of health care while I was over there, and I was able to practice a lot of nursing skills that I would not have been able to practice had I stayed in civilian life that early in my career.
You did return to the U.S. and to civilian life. You worked at Mercy in Denver for a year.
Yes.
And then got involved with the military again.
Yes.
How so?
Well, again, I had a good friend from Vietnam there, and we both decided that that was something that we were still interested in, continuing our military career, and so we signed up and we continued that. And I actually retired from the military after 23 years.
23 and a half total years, 2 years active duty.
2 years active duty.
Lieutenant Colonel when you got out?
I am.
Wow. Congratulations. Thank you for your service. Kathleen Osterman, Sibley, Iowa.